And today, another wave of scathing criticism of the State Department and CIA over the bloody attack on the U.S. consulate in Benghazi, the one that killed 4 Americans. ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl has what we learned today we did not know before.
It was a brazen attack that left a U.S. consulate in flames and 4 Americans dead, including U.S. Ambassador Christopher Stevens. The September 11, 2012 attack in Benghazi, Libya is both a tragedy and a political football. But now, after an extensive year-long investigation, the Senate Intelligence Committee's stark conclusion: the attacks were preventable. It is the first truly bipartisan look at what went down that night. The conclusions: there were no protests prior to the attacks, as the White House first claimed. At least 60 attackers penetrated the consulate while Ambassador Stevens was inside. 5 extremist groups took part, all with ties to al-Qaeda. Most damning, the report concludes there was ample strategic warning that U.S. facilities and personnel in Benghazi were at risk, and that the State Department failed to increase security. On one key point, the report backs up the White House. It says there were no U.S. military resources nearby that could have helped defend the compound. In fact, both the State Department and Ambassador Stevens himself turned down an offer from the military to keep a special forces unit in Libya a month before the attacks. Overall, the report is highly critical of the State Department, which of course was headed at the time by Hillary Clinton. Her spokesperson referred questions today to the State Department, which acknowledged the obvious security lapse that night in Benghazi, but disputed the notion that the attacks could have been prevented, saying that there was no specific threat against the consulate. Diane?
All right, Jonathan Karl reporting in from the White House, and also in Washington.